this is an old cemetery that supported the small town of Silverbell back in the late 1800s and early 1900s, and a number of people are buried here. A lot of people here, in fact, the majority of people, don't have names or dates on their grave sites. So let's take a walk around and I'll show you the Silverbell Cemetery here in southern Arizona. Say hello to Mary O'Toole, who is buried out here. We won't enter, we'll just stand here and say hello. And I'll see if I can zoom in so you can read what's on her headstone. Mary Ann O'Toole was born April 28, 1867 and died January 18, 1930. The hour of my departure comes, I hear the voice that calls me home. The race appointed, I have run. The combat's over, the prize is won. Very nice headstone, and this is the best or the fanciest headstone I've seen out here. Makes you wonder what took her. So let's walk around. There are a number of grave sites out here, and many of them aren't marked. They're just a pile of rocks. You can see this one here. Somebody's been out here recently taking care of it. But you can see these jumble of rocks here and here and over here. I believe those are plots. Here's another one here. And when I come out here, I try to straighten up the crosses and show respect while I'm here. So there's not a lot known about the people that are buried here. There is a website that talks about cemeteries, and I will link that in the description of this video. But when I walk into the cemetery, I talk to the people that are here and tell them I'm not here to disturb you, I'm just here to document the cemetery. You can see there's a number of crosses over here. Looks like most of them are still standing. And this is an area that's monitored by the folks at the BLM. This is inside the BLM area, and there are folks that come out here to keep an eye on it and make sure it's not being desecrated. Walking through here, there's a few plots in the outlying areas. Here's a cross that's fallen over. Okay, the rattlesnakes are out today. I saw one on the way in, so I'm going to be very careful when I'm walking around here. Make sure I don't encounter one, or at least I stay away from them. All right, that one's back up. Let's see, there's a square outlining this one. So as you walk through here, you wonder how these people lived and what their life was like. I think many of them worked at the mine. There was a town of Silverbell here in this area that supported the mine, and a number of people lived in the town. There's the mine off in the distance there. I'm going to zoom in. It's still in operation. You can see the tailings up there. So it's right across the road there. And that's where people worked that lived out here. Looks like that cross is falling apart. Somebody came out and whitewashed these a few years ago. And they look pretty good for a while. There's someone who has a concrete cap on theirs. And I'm not sure what happened to the headstone that used to be there. But it's not there anymore. There's someone that's got a interesting cross there. Wonder if that's a pipe fitter or something. Now there's a sign here at the entrance. So we'll walk around a little bit more. Here's another fancy gravesite. Makes me think that maybe that's one of the head guys. I can imagine the guy running the mine, or maybe the mayor of Silverbell. You never know. Makes you think, huh? Makes you wonder. More piles of rocks. Here's another cross that will stand back up, checking for rattlesnakes. Okay. I'm going to kick a rock over here. Okay, there we go. More crosses. More rocks. More people. But there are a few outlying graves, which I'll show you. I want to say there were 60-some people buried here. A couple more down the road I'm going to show you here in a second. Here's a very interesting gravesite. Doesn't that look like a baby crib? That's what it reminds me of. Reminds me of a baby crib. There aren't any markings. Looks like it was something that was handmade. Cross on the top. And heavy pipe makes up the frame. What do you guys think? It seems like it might be a child, maybe that's buried here. I don't know. Makes you wonder. There are a number of other jumbled rocks around here. Makes me think there are other grave sites maybe that aren't marked. Just a bunch of them out here. And we're way out from town. We're way out in the sticks. See, there's other, I wonder if this was a child's graveyard. Because it seems like all of these grave sites are smaller than the ones on the other side of the road. Makes you wonder, huh? Here's a stone marker over here. This one actually has, okay, this is a recent one. Mark Lansfield, Our Love and Gift, 1964 to 2005. Do you think maybe his ashes are here? Rest in peace, Mark. Maybe this was one of his favorite places out here. This certainly is beautiful. Okay, here are a couple more away from the main part of the cemetery. These appear to be a little more recent, and they have names on them. I think it's the same person. John Hostin, it says. There are some coins, some artifacts down there. Here's a wooden cross. John Hostin, from your friends and family, always. This one is pretty weathered. So rest in peace, John. And people out here putting coins around the base of this memorial. I don't know if this is a memorial or if he's actually buried in this area. But rest in peace, John.